Good morning. Welcome to your daily dose of elephant wisdom for Thursday, February 10th. Well, it's morning where I'm at, but it's already been a tale of two cities, maybe three cities. I woke up very early to Bitcoin over 45,000. Then the CPI data dropped Bitcoin down to almost 43. And now we're rallying back up to almost 45 again here. So kind of a fun, crazy day, but it's definitely what the market should be doing, in my opinion. I thought the initial drop was kind of a knee-jerk reaction to the CPI. And, basically that's, I'm sure most of you know, but that's Consumer Price Index. That's basically a measure of inflation, measuring cost of everyday goods. But really, it's driven a lot, at least this data, by energy, gasoline. That's driven a lot of things up. Everything's up, of course, too. You can probably tell from your local grocery store. But man, Bitcoin ripping now, 45.3, so definitely some momentum. But if we take a look again, we're right on the beginning of our resistance. We're above 3 indicators here. We're below 3 here. So this sort of 46,000 level, and then followed by the 47,000 level. Those are what really needs to climb in order for it to run hard. So again, another rejection or two off here would not be surprising, but I really love the macro picture right now. Just with the more and more adoption, more and more institutional money coming in, which I know has been a theme for, I've been trading crypto since 2016, and they were talking about it then. Here comes the institutional money. But, with the firms like KPMG, Deloitte and Touche, BlackRock even yesterday, right, getting into it. So those are massive, massive billions of dollars of funds that are hopefully getting ready to get into the market. So this is a good time. So of course it can go down. There's lots of things that can happen. It's crypto. 80% drop at any moment cannot be shocking. But man, it's really nice here. So I think these are great opportunities. But we do need to confirm over these indicators to really see. Our total is back over 2 trillion. That was underneath that when I was up earlier. One thing, sorry, I want to mention on the Bitcoin chart is our OBV. That's the on-balance volume. Basically just a measure of, buying and selling, where things are moving. But it's not a bad bottom top collar. So it obviously it front runs a little bit, so which means it'll tell you a little bit before the fact that a market may turn. But one thing interesting we want to watch here is we see back at the end of December our OBV coming up to the neutral line here and bouncing back down. So we're coming right up on that resistance, which makes a lot of sense, right? Because we're coming up on this whole resistance as well. And none of these are insurmountable. If we take a look at the Bitcoin price action back from the move from lower 40s up to 69, we can see it down below, hit neutral, and just sort of skyrocketed up. So that's what we're looking for here. We'd like to see this push up and through, and that's going to happen when this happens. So to me, again, it's a matter of time, but that's something, a good indicator to keep an eye on. Total market cap, we see the same thing here. And this is another good example of our elephant trinity of indicators. We see a lot of resistance right there, right? So again, as I mentioned, I think yesterday, we need to get to that sort of 2.1 trillion to get some sort of clean air. And then you can see our bigger picture. We're kind of in a nice sort of bull pennant here. So that is kind of what we want to see. We break out of here, then it's really, really game on. kind of back where we were a couple of times previously. So things are looking good. We have a little resistance above almost everything right now. Little knee-jerk reaction to the CPI. And again, we see everything recovering very nicely. We take a look back at Matic, something we've been tracking the last couple days we got into. It looks kind of similar to Bitcoin. We're back above the neutral here. Yeah, just above actually. And we're just above our really nice looking support here. So that needs to hold, which it has. Fingers crossed, knock on wood. And then we're going to be looking to really discover up here. So kind of excited for this one. I think this is one of the better opportunities around. We take a look at Ethereum. That's been performing lovely. And again, just like kind of total market cap and Bitcoin, right? All these look very similar because they all are very similar. So we're kind of right below two indicators. But this white baseline, that's one of our strongest indicators, and that's what we always want to see things above if we're looking for prices to go up. So that is where we're at. One quick look at ADA, and again, it's sort of still hitting the bottom leg of our elephant trinity of indicators here. So that has some work to do. Also in a pretty big descending wedge, as we talked about previously. I am a believer in this long-term project. I think we're going to see another nice pop, but you can see we have some hills to climb here in order to do so. But when it does, I think with a lot of the market again, we should see some pretty fast, large candles pushing us forward into the stratosphere fairly quickly. So that is our quick wrap up for today. Join me later. I'm going to drop another video here regarding some indicators that you can look at to front run. You know, kind of like we mentioned with our OBV, things that we look at to think now is a good time to get in the market. But those are also kind of bottom and top calling, so it's always a little risky. But we'll talk about kind of what we look for, and we will see you then. Thanks again for listening. This is Mark signing off.